which allows me to broadcast over like multiple platforms at the same time, different than StreamYard. So I thought, why not try it? You can join me. I just posted it in the comment section if you want that. It's pretty cool. I've been checking it out. And so I'm going to do number 4, the Brave Entrepreneur. And what is actually pretty neat about this, so let me know if you can see it, is that we are capable of earning points and subscribing, having your own TV show, and a bunch of other things. So I thought, hey, this is pretty cool. All right, guys, so hopefully you can see me. Let me know if you can in the chat, because again, this is my first time testing this out. And so pretty neat. Something I have not done before. Why not try something new, right? All right. So let's see. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Yay! Hi, Peter. Yay! I'm so excited. Okay. So my first haps, and I am just checking it out here. All right. So I'm seeing it on Facebook. Great. You can hear me. Perfect. Because again, this is my. All right. Can you see me? I don't know why. Ah, yay! Okay. So finally, you can see me. You can see me. I am checking it out here. A little bit of a delay. Okay, but you can see me now, right? Yay, okay. All right. This is very, very different for me. I am playing around with it, so pretty neat. Pretty neat. Taking a look at some of the features that they have. I'd like to be able to do our marriage and business. Thank you, Peter. Thank you. Is there a way for me to make it wide? Look at the support. Like Haps has a team member that totally came on and is guiding me through. How cool is he? Like seriously. And you can share your screen. Wow. All right. So this is pretty cool, guys. Pretty cool. Oh my gosh, and it's like super close up. Oh my goodness. I love it. This is pretty cool. This is pretty cool. Oh, before I broadcast. Okay, cool. All right. Well, I'm just going to jump in and do series number 4. This is the Brave Entrepreneur series. So I'm hoping I can contact support and do a TV show. I'm still kind of learning the ropes, but it's pretty cool. You know what? After almost 15 years in business, you get to participate in so many new platforms and new ways of doing things. So you are always learning, which actually goes right into the series, right? Brave Entrepreneur. Especially right now with all the different things that are happening, new ways of transitioning and programs and launching of so many different things, right? It can be overwhelming. It can be overwhelming. Yes. Okay. I am so gonna contact you, Peter. I really do appreciate you for jumping on and kind of helping me navigate a little bit through this. It's a different platform, but I think it is pretty neat. I'm really excited to be able to dive in a little deeper and get to know a little bit of how to use this. I would love to do the marriage and business, the unseen making of a Proverbs 31 entrepreneur. It's going to be on the 5th of January. It's coming, so I'm excited about that. All right. You guys also might see that my hair is different, okay? It's like this burgundy. I did not mean for it to be that way. I usually do this nice red, which is like a mahogany, which matches my highlights in my hair. So it has this like burgundy deep undertone, but it looks black right now. But in the light, it looks a little bit more red. So you guys might be like, what the heck happened? But it's cool. I'm going to work it. Okay. I'm going to run with it. All right. So we're just being brave entrepreneurs as a whole. So look, let's go into this brave entrepreneur series. All right. It's going to be face it head on. So with everything changing, so many new things happening, we have to face things head on. And I wanted to share with you in Acts 4:13. It says the officials were amazed to see how brave Peter and John were. And they knew that these two apostles were only ordinary men and not well educated. The officials were certain that these men had been with Jesus. Listen, while we go, what really got me in this was, as an entrepreneur, as somebody in the marketplace with programs and memberships and all these different things, I've had brick and mortars and offline, online. One thing that I had to understand is you're always going to go through this place, this feeling of inadequacy. It's just going to happen. It's going to happen, right? I'm using HAPS. Woo! I'm using a new platform. I can feel a little bit nervous and inadequate in this area, right? Because just because I've been in business for so long doesn't mean that I don't get uncomfortable, that I don't feel this weird feeling sometimes, when I'm stepping on a new platform or launching a new product. But the one thing that got me was this: they can tell that they were ordinary men. Now, John and Peter were actually, it's actually the chapter 4 is talking about they had just gotten arrested. And when they got arrested, they had to go in front of the Jewish leadership. And they were ordinary. They were ordinary. They were considered uneducated. They were maybe even below what everybody else was, right, around them, the other leadership. But what was so cool was because how they presented themselves. And if you read it in chapter 4, they were so confident within themselves and what they were called to. They were confident in their inadequacies. They understood that they were going to feel inadequate. They were not going to feel like they could do everything and anything all the time, right? But they were still so adamant on standing firm, fixed, and immovable in who they were and how they were created and what they were supposed to do, their mission. And nevertheless, when they're like, who did you come here in the name of? Like, what gives you the right and the authority to speak and to do what you do, right? So when they responded, it came out to be that they were, yeah, looked at as any ordinary man, any ordinary uneducated person. They knew who they were. This is the beauty of it. They knew who they were. They knew they were ordinary and they knew that they were uneducated. Do you feel that way sometimes? Like even with your family and other people around, they know who you are and they're just like, oh, you're running a business. Oh, you're doing this. Oh, you're doing that. And you feel so inadequate, so sometimes even ashamed. And we think about this, even Jesus wasn't welcome in his own hometown, right? And so as an entrepreneur, you're not always going to be welcomed because you're a visionary. You're thinking way far ahead. People are not going to understand the journey that you're going through. But this is the cool part. Nevertheless, the officials were certain. They were certain. That means it was undeniable, right? That the men had been with Jesus. Look, I've been in business for a long time. And even though my family can not support or feel a certain way, I will tell you one thing that I have realized, that they cannot deny my gifting and my anointing and what I'm called to. They can't deny it. Now, the execution of it, how I operate in that is totally different, right? They might want me to work for corporate, or they might want me to do something, it look a different way. But I know that that I am called to activate fivefold in the marketplace, that I'm called to activate the leadership, the entrepreneurs in the marketplace. It's undeniable. Again, how I do it, they might not agree with, but they know that I've been with God. They know that I've been with Jesus. I am not perfect. You are not perfect. There's still things that I'm working on. There's things that you are working on. But one thing I can say is face it head on. Look for it. Look for it. There's people all over that you can take a look at and you can see that are they are walking in bravery. So as a brave entrepreneur in number 4, we've done 3 already. As a brave entrepreneur, I want you to take a look at what you're doing and making sure that you are so bold and confident. Listen, even your students might see you go through transition and changes and all that. It's okay. Let them see it. I used to want to hide behind this thing, act like I had it all together because I figured that's what people needed to see. But if you understand really where we are now, people want to see vulnerability. People want to actually see the transparency in your business and how you operate. They want to see how you execute, what you're going through, the uphills and the downhills and the valleys. They want to see all those different aspects, right? So you need to be able to face it head on if you're going to be leading other people to face it head on. I promise you, to be a brave entrepreneur, it doesn't mean that you have it all together. But what it does mean is that when you are secure and understand, firm, fixed, and immovable, that what you're called to do is whatever it is that you're called to do, right? That as you go in uneducated and ordinary, that I promise you, you're going to still come out looking like you've been with God. It's going to be undeniable because you're learning to partner with God. You're learning to move when He moves, do what He says to do when He says to do it, right? And so that's what it's going to be. You're going to be able to move on such a level that individuals are going to be unmistakably, undeniably know that you have been with Him. And they're going to follow you. They're going to follow you through all of your hills, your valleys, and everything else, through all of your programs you're launching, because you're vulnerable and because you're transparent and you're sharing those inadequacies. You're showing individuals that there's going to be times, even when you're in your business 10, 12, 15, 30, 40 years, this could be in any arena. Okay, this could be as a husband, as a wife, as a mother, as a father, as a daughter, as a son, as an entrepreneur. No matter what, we are going through many different levels. Just because I might be good in one level doesn't mean I'm really good in another. It means that just because like entrepreneurship came naturally to me and activating people, it came naturally to me, right? Hello, Alexis. Thank you for subscribing. Because it came natural to me, right? It came natural to me. Didn't mean that becoming a wife or a mother or a daughter came naturally to me. I struggled with that. I didn't understand. And this is what we're going to be talking about in the marriage and business, the unseen making of a Proverbs 31 entrepreneur. There's a lot of unseen things that are not spoken about. But I had to face it head on, whether I was inadequate or whether I felt strong in that area. It was irrelevant. I had to face it head on. And right now, coming 2021, a lot of you guys have launched your businesses. You want to understand how to partner with God and how to not look flaky, you super religious. You want to understand how to operate without looking manipulative in your marketing, right? But what is that going to take? Well, obviously, you can join Genesis Network with me and you can start going through that process. I want you guys to understand how to be secure and face entrepreneurship in the marketplace head on as a believer. You can do it. I promise you, you can do it. So we're going to come back. I probably will be back here tomorrow. Like I said, I'm using Haps for the first time. This is my first stream, so you can definitely get to know me here. And I'm going to put in the comment section how to get your own apps account or Haps account. Blah! Your own Haps account. And really cool, I'm also going to make sure that let me see, did you guys see it? Here, I'm gonna say join me, and you guys can get on here. And I am definitely going to look forward to working with this app and going through the process, but we're gonna be back for our Brave Entrepreneur. At this point, I want you to realize, if you're just jumping on, face it head on, face whatever you feel, inadequacies, it doesn't matter, but face everything head on. It's a beautiful, beautiful journey that you're going to be going on. And I want to encourage you to continuously uh, partner with God. Let Him guide you, help you understand exactly what you need to do and when you need to do it. Again, our scripture for today was Acts 4:13. If you want to go read, it says, the officials were amazed to see how brave Peter and John were. And they knew that these two apostles were only ordinary men, not well educated. I love it. The officials were certain, though, that these men had been with Jesus. So they were certain that they had been with Jesus. It didn't matter whether they were inadequate, educated, or not. And it doesn't matter for you either. I know a lot of you guys also think, and I'll throw this in before I leave, that you have to go get your degrees, you have to go get certifications and all that. No, you don't. You really don't. That is your inadequacy talking. That is what the world is saying that you need to do. Now, if that is what you're called to do, if you know that you know that you know this is what you need to do, then that's something different. I don't want you basing the things that you're going to be doing off of what the world says that you need to do, because what is good for somebody else is not always good for you. That's why I'm so focused on helping you identify what you're called to and how you're supposed to do it according to how you're wired, how God wired you, right? So again, join me on Haps and I will be back. Hopefully I can get my own show. This would be pretty darn cool. All right, guys, I will see you later.